Welcome to the AD Horror Show. Once, in the quaint town of Willow Creek, nestled amidst the mist-laden forests, there resided a secluded estate that stood shrouded in mystery. The locals whispered tales of the spectral presence that loomed over the ancient house, recounting chilling encounters that made the bravest souls quiver in fear. The manor, known as Blackwood Estate, had a history veiled in darkness. Its previous owner, the enigmatic Dr. Nathaniel Blackwood, was a reclusive scholar who delved into forbidden knowledge, as whispered among the townsfolk. His towering mansion, draped in ivy and shadows, stood as a sentinel to the secrets locked within. One stormy night, a group of intrepid youths, Olivia, Alex, and Marcus, dared each other to spend the night within the estate's foreboding walls. Intrigued by the spine-tingling stories that circulated in town, they sought to uncover the truth behind the chilling encounters rumored to have occurred within Blackwood Estate. Their entry was met with creaking doors and whispers of the wind that seemed to echo the spirits of the past. The air was thick with a foreboding silence, broken only by the faint patter of rain against the old windows. Candles flickered, casting elongated shadows that danced across the walls, as if telling tales of their own. As midnight approached, the atmosphere grew colder, and a sense of unease settled upon the three friends. Olivia, the most skeptical of the trio, dismissed the stories as mere myths designed to scare trespassers. Yet, a deep-rooted fear gnawed at her composure as she wandered the darkened hallways. The clock struck 12, and a chilling gust of wind rattled the windows. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream pierced the silence. Marcus, who had ventured into the labyrinthine corridors, stumbled upon an eerie room, its walls adorned with archaic symbols and forbidden texts. As he turned to leave, the door slammed shut, trapping him within. Olivia and Alex rushed to his aid, pounding against the door, their voices drowned out by Marcus's panicked cries. But as mysteriously as it had closed, the door swung open, and Marcus stood trembling, his eyes widened in horror. He recounted an encounter with a spectral figure, a specter with hollow eyes and a spectral visage that emanated an otherworldly chill. The ghostly apparition seemed to beckon him, a siren's call to the unknown, before vanishing into the walls. Their nerves frayed, the trio attempted to flee, yet the house seemed to shift and change, its layout warping around them. Fear had taken root, turning the once familiar corridors into a maze of terror. As they navigated the ever-changing maze, each twist and turn led to new horrors. Whispers echoed through the walls, the portrait's eyes seemed to follow their every move, and ghastly moans filled the air. Reality and nightmare intertwined, blurring the lines of sanity. In a desperate attempt to escape the malevolent forces that toyed with their fears, the friends stumbled upon the heart of the manor, an ancient library containing Dr. Blackwood's forbidden knowledge. Among the tomes and scrolls, they discovered the tale of a curse that bound the spirits within the estate, forever tormented by their own misdeeds. Realization dawned upon them. The only escape lay in lifting the curse that shackled the restless souls to the estate. With trembling hands, they sought out the means to break the curse, following the guidance within the forbidden texts. In an intense ritual, they unraveled the incantations and symbols, channeling their collective willpower to undo the malevolent forces that held the house in thrall. The atmosphere crackled with an eerie energy as the incantations echoed through the chamber. Suddenly, the house shook violently, and an ethereal light enveloped the room. A howling wind pierced through the library, carrying anguished cries and fervent whispers before gradually fading into an eerie calm. The friends stood in disbelief as the oppressive presence that had shrouded Blackwood Estate dispersed. The curse was broken, and the house seemed to exhale a long-held breath, as if relieved from the burden that plagued it for centuries. As dawn approached, the friends emerged from the estate, the first light of morning painting the horizon. The town of Willow Creek lay still, unaware of the otherworldly terrors that had unfolded in the night. The once menacing Blackwood Estate stood silent, no longer a sanctuary for spirits damned by the past. And the three friends, marked by the chilling encounters, returned to the town, carrying a tale of horror that would be etched into the very fabric of Willow Creek's history. Their chilling encounters within the haunted Blackwood Estate became a cautionary tale, recounted by locals for generations to come, warning against delving into the unknown and the dangers of unraveled secrets that lie beyond the veil of reality. Apologies for the abrupt interruption. I'll continue the story from where we left off. The three friends, Olivia, Alex, and Marcus, returned to Willow Creek, their minds forever scarred by the unearthly events within Blackwood Estate. Their story, though met with skepticism by some, became the talk of the town, weaving its way into the fabric of local lore. Despite their shared ordeal, the trio found it challenging to move on from the harrowing experience. Marcus, particularly, was plagued by vivid nightmares, his sleep disturbed by visions of the spectral figure that had haunted the estate. The once bold and adventurous Marcus now found himself a prisoner to fear, his nights filled with restless tossing and turning, haunted by the ghostly apparition. Olivia and Alex, equally affected by the events, attempted to go about their lives as before, but the memory of that eerie night clung to them like a persistent fog. Their conversations often circled back to their time in the estate, as if their shared trauma had woven an invisible thread binding them together. In the weeks following their night in the haunted manor, peculiar occurrences began to manifest in Willow Creek. Residents spoke of odd happenings, disembodied whispers in the dead of night, sightings of shadowy figures lurking in the corners, and inexplicable fluctuations in temperature that chilled the air to bone-numbing levels. Rumors of the curse being unleashed spread through the town like wildfire, the name of Blackwood Estate once again becoming a center of dread and fascination. The spectral encounters that had plagued the mansion seemed to have seeped into the fabric of the town, causing unease among its inhabitants. Desperate to find a resolution, the trio revisited the lore they had uncovered in the estate's library. Encouraged by their determination to put an end to the disturbances, they delved deeper into the texts, seeking a way to quell the unrest that had seeped beyond the manor's walls. Their research led them to believe that the curse, though seemingly vanquished within the estate, had not dissipated entirely. The malevolent energy had permeated the town, leaving a trail of fear and unrest in its wake. To break the curse's hold on Willow Creek, they had to uncover the source of the malevolence and put an end to it once and for all. With newfound resolve, they began scouring the town for clues. Their investigation took them through forgotten archives, ancient records, and interviews with the town's elders. Piece by piece, they uncovered a tale of betrayal and revenge that had scarred the town ages ago. Centuries before, a tale of forbidden love and jealousy had unfolded within the town's history. It was whispered that Dr. Blackwood, in his pursuit of knowledge, had come across a powerful force, an entity that promised him immortality and untold power in exchange for a blood pact. In his greed and obsession, Blackwood had made a pact that cursed not just him but the land upon which his estate stood. The entity's vengeful spirit, bound to the curse, sought to torment the descendants of those involved in the dark tale. The current inhabitants of Willow Creek, unknowingly connected to the cursed history, were now facing the consequences of the sins of their ancestors. Olivia, Alex, and Marcus realized the entity's hunger for vengeance had woven itself into the fabric of the town. The curse thrived on fear and despair, feeding off the emotions it provoked. To break it, they needed to confront the entity and offer closure to the restless spirits seeking peace. Armed with the knowledge they had gathered, the trio returned to Blackwood Estate, where the malevolent force had originated. The manor, once again cloaked in an eerie silence, seemed to anticipate their arrival. In the heart of the estate, they set up an intricate ritual, a balance of ancient symbols, incantations, and their collective willpower aimed at breaking the entity's hold over the town. The incantations echoed through the halls, intertwining with the whispers of the past. As they neared the end of the ritual, the atmosphere crackled with a foreboding energy. The air thickened, charged with an otherworldly presence. Shadows danced across the walls, and a chilling wind howled through the corridors, as if resisting the group's attempts to disrupt the curse. But as they persisted, an ethereal light bathed the room, and a deafening silence descended. The spectral figure, the vengeful entity, materialized before them. The ghostly form seemed torn between fury and anguish, its form wavering as if caught between dimensions. With trembling voices, Olivia, Alex, and Marcus addressed the entity, recounting the tragic events that had led to its malevolent existence. They offered empathy and understanding, seeking to bring closure to the tormented spirit. Slowly, the entity's form began to dissipate, its anguished wails fading into the ether. The oppressive presence that had plagued the estate and the town lifted, the air growing lighter as if a heavy weight had been lifted from their shoulders. The trio emerged from the estate, the first rays of dawn painting the sky with hues of pink and gold. The once menacing Blackwood Estate stood silent, no longer a vessel for spectral torment. As the sun rose over Willow Creek, the town awakened to a newfound tranquility. The whispers and eerie occurrences that had pervaded the town vanished, leaving behind a calm that hadn't been felt in generations. The townsfolk, though unaware of the trio's valiant efforts, felt a collective sense of relief, as if a dark chapter in their history had finally been closed. Olivia, Alex, and Marcus, their spirits weary yet triumphant, walked back into the heart of Willow Creek. Their shared journey had not only bound them in a friendship forged through adversity but had also ensured that the chilling encounters of Blackwood Estate became a cautionary tale, reminding future generations to heed the lessons of the past and to approach the unknown with caution and respect. The town's history had been rewritten, and the spectral presence that once haunted Blackwood Estate was finally laid to rest, leaving Willow Creek to embrace a future untainted by the shadows of its past. For more horror stories, subscribe to our channel.